Last night we sold 36 items with a grand total of £1,020. However, we're not going to start with the sales side of things. We're actually going to open up some dreaded returns. I don't like starting a video with returns, but needs must, and they're quite painful ones as well. Let me spin the camera and show you. Last night we had 3 returns, 3 small returns, but size does not matter. These are punchy sales, and it's sad that we're going to have to refund these today. Returns, refunds and all that are just part of the game, but they are by far terrible, and the excuses are just mind-boggling. It just does me heading that people don't read descriptions, people don't understand how to use products, and etc, etc. It doesn't fit. Sort of returns don't bother me too much because obviously that's the nature of the game and that's what we sell, and it's not inevitable it's all going to fit. Like a size large doesn't mean it's going to fit a size large person. It depends on cut, material, brand, and etc, etc. But it's the ones that like order by mistake or item doesn't work because they don't know how to use it, etc, etc, blah 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 blah. They're the ones I hate. So we've got 3 here, 3 punchy ones. Let's see what they are. Return number 1 is a G-Tech AirAm ATF3 lithium battery. That didn't work. We told the buyer that you have to be very, very careful on where you are plugging that in. It does actually work. There's photos of it working, but they just did not read that you have to find the sweet spot. That would sell for 40 quid. We sold it for 23 because of the issues. Like I said, it does work. You just got to make sure you put that in absolutely pinpoint and it's fine. They claimed it didn't work. There's a crack in the port. We mentioned all that. Clearly didn't read the description. They're the ones that do my flipping head in. In fact, I thought we had more punchy ones than this. This is not too bad at all. We have Star Wars Rebel Assault. Is this not supposed to come with 3 discs? Or has it only got 2? Interesting. I was thinking of X-Files. X-Files is 4 discs, sorry. No, that's fine. That's actually not too bad. That's only just didn't like it, which, I mean, if you're buying Star Wars on the PS1, what is there not to like, if you know what I mean? Like, it's a game. Again, a crazy reason for return, but it's one of them things you just have to take on the chin, move on, get it relisted, sell similar. That will sell probably this time of year. It's Christmas, video game stuff sell very, very well. Maybe it's this one that's the punchy one. I'm pretty sure I've got a triple figure return today, so I'm hoping it's this one. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, it should be a camera. Maybe an Olympus Mew. No, yes, an Olympus Mew Panorama. This had an error, had an E code on it. Sold for like £100 still, because I think that's quite an easy fix to somebody who knows what they're doing. But again, it's been returned. But I'm happy. It's back. It's in one piece. It's ours. Everything matches. This is why we take pictures of the serial number, and we have other implements in place to make sure that the products that we are getting returned are definitely ours. That is definitely ours. Really, really happy that it's ours, and well, not happy that I've got to do the refund, but I'm just glad nobody's done a swap-a-rooney in today's section of Are These Returns a Proper Thing? Yeah. Enough about returns. Let's show you some top quality sales. A Packard Bell monitor here. Funny, we picked this up at a car boot sale. We asked the guy if we could come back for it and make sure nobody steals it, and he said nobody's going to steal that piece of junk. That sold for £149.95, and apparently that's junk and nobody's going to want that. Another nice sale here, a panel fire guard, 88 centimeters in length. That sold for £29.95. I'm not going to show you every sale because there's a lot of bread and butter sales, but what I will do is show you some nice punchy sales to go along with our punchy returns that weren't so punchy. We then sold Bukayo Saka PSA 9, sold for 60 quid. That's a nice little sale. This is a perfect Q4 Christmas present going out the door. A large Mario statue, £42.95, I believe. This is, in fact, I genuinely think it fell off eBay about a month ago, relisted it, sold for £99.95. A pair of Doc Martens, 1460 bucks, and they look a little bit like that. Look at that, brand spanking new, £100, and they owe us £40 from a local retail store. So 40 into 100 before fees, postage and VAT. That is a nice little sale. These boxes here tend to come out at around Christmas time because they are Christmas wrapping paper boxes, and they are perfect to fit small items and media in general. They're so good. Like, look at that. Perfect. We sold 4 video games. Special Forces sold for $8.99. How to Train Your Dragon 2 sold for $9.99. This is the best video game sale of last night. Need for Speed Carbon, that sold for like $18.95. And last but not least, Gauntlet on the PS2 sold for $9.99. In this box here, we actually listed this on our live stream, a Harry Potter of Goblet of Fire sort of base set. That sold for £70, and it sold absolutely rapid as well. So that is a nice sell indeed. But yeah, yesterday we had a really good day, which just helps to sort of propel us closer to that £190,000. We're doing daily videos until we hit that target. But I'm just thinking I might as well just do daily videos now until Christmas, because I'm going to be doing Vlogmas, because we do Vlogmas here every single year anyway. So we might as well do daily videos until Christmas Day. So we're going to do Vlogmas until Christmas Eve, and then probably, hopefully, at the rate we're going, fingers crossed, we'll be at that £190,000 during Vlogmas anyway, which would be an absolute dream come true. Well, to be honest, I didn't even think it was going to be possible. Last year we did £105,000 on eBay, and this year we've just taken up a notch. Everybody that's watching this and everybody that's in RummageAround now, you're freaking legends. I love every single one of you. And that's the last item that needed to be packed this morning. So I think I may treat myself to a few charity shops. So should we jump in the car and see what we can find in the charity shops to flip online for a profit? Okay, Bernardo's. Let's see if there's anything in here that we could potentially flip online for a little bit of a profit. We have gone through every single item of clothing in the men's category, the men's section, and we found nothing. Well, this is really not looking good. There's a lot of this, and a lot of that, and a lot of that. Yep, let's get out of here. And let's go to the next one. It can only get better, because that was atrocious. And here we go, Billings Willowbrook. Oh, these are nice, but 15 quid. They do look almost brand new. Could potentially be brand new. 15 quid though, ouch. What are the chances of this, by the way? So you've got 1 and 2. These are like really good on eBay for media anyway. Like, you're looking like £25 to £30 a box set, and there's 2. Unbelievable. Oh, this might be for personal. A bit of Lando Norris, McLaren t-shirt. Big Lando fan, big McLaren fan. Size medium. Normally I'm a large for that. That looks pretty long, so I might buy that for myself. Tell you what, it's always nice to find media in a charity shop. That is £6 paid. Potential returns, 50 quid. Now that is a nice find. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for the Forsyth Saga, because that's got a really good sell-through rate and sells for really good money. A complete new one for me. We have one more charity shop that I want to hit before we go back to the unit, so let's go and do that now. It's quite close to the unit anyway, so it makes sense to do that last. That's why it's last on the route. So I'll see you guys in the last charity shop of the day. In the words of Fabrizio Romano, here we go. Extra large, 7 quid. Are we ready? It's not Moon this time, it's Harris Tweed, which is probably a little bit better, to be honest. And for 7 quid, oh, bargain. Obviously with things like this, do check that there's no holes. I've checked that twice. It seems to be okay. Always look at the puzzle section just in case that there's any Wentworth puzzle pieces, but there doesn't seem to be any Wentworth puzzles today. Maybe not. What's this? No, there isn't any. Damn. Yeah, nothing major in that shop, but a Harris Tweed jacket for 7 quid. Should be looking at about 35, 40 quid after yeah, so not a bad little session. So what's that? £13 spent in 3 charity shops, returning what? 85, 90 quid? We'll take that. Oh, all right, let's get back to the unit and do some work. We have made it back to the unit. I'm going to list this that we've literally just picked up. We're going to get that listed for £25. We did pick 2 of them up. However, one of them I want to test because 2 of the discs are a little bit more scratched and I just want to make sure that they work just for buyer confidence and the sake of my own mind. But this one, super clean. Going to get this listed £25. We paid £3 literally 10 minutes ago. So this will pay for the whole haul. And then the Harris tweed jacket and the other Forsyth Saga is pure profit. So let's get you listed and skewed away. We are also cracking on re-skewing all our shoes and trainers into this system here, which should hopefully make picking and packing a lot more easier when it comes to our trainers. Nice plastic see-through bags, numbered up, and then in the skew system we can put that in our eBay listed, so then when it does sell we know exactly what has sold. So for example, if 0149 sells on eBay, on the custom SKU label it'll tell us that this pair of shoes is the one that is sold. We can literally come here, it's all in chronological order, 149, we can pick it, pack it, and off it goes. It's definitely helped going forward so far, so we can continue the process and hopefully get it done in the next couple of days. Another return here, a pair of DMs. I think that's like a £60 return. They are really clean. Guess what? Doesn't fit. Which, again, we can't do anything about it. It's just very annoying. This is the dark side of eBay, is returns. But the game is the game. You got to deal with them when they come in. So on that note, I'm going to end today's video there. Gone through some returns, gone through some sales. We've gone through some new SKU systems. We've gone charity shopping. So a nice sort of variety of stuff going on. I'm not going to lie. I am struggling a little bit today, so I'm going to end today's video there. So I do apologise if this video is slightly shorter than usual. But tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be back stronger and better. So I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 PM. I've been working. Bish, bash, flipping, bosh.